Time for the self-hating Rangers fan to chime in, because according to Chris Johnson, USA's four-nation team is expected to select Brock Nelson, Chris Kreider, and Vincent Trocheck over Tage Thompson and Cole Caulfield. I don't think the Brock Nelson pick is going to be very controversial. People who watch him know that he's good. Trocheck and Kreider definitely will be, however. First of all, it goes without saying that Cole Caulfield has been absolutely lighting it up this year. He's got 23 points in 25 games, 16 goals as well. That's 6 more than the second highest player, Nick Suzuki. If the team was better, I'm sure he'd have more assists as well. Tage Thompson hasn't quite exploded like he did in goals in 2022-23, but his 200-foot game seems to have improved, and hearing the news tonight, he also put in 2 goals, his 12th and 13th of the year. Looking at Trocheck and Kreider, they've got 12 and 10 points, and perhaps more importantly, are playing on a Rangers team which just overall is complete dog shit so far this season. I think this will be controversial, especially among Montreal fans, but if I were to pick 2 out of these 4 players to include, it would be Trocheck and Thompson. Kreider is great, but he's lost a bit of his scoring touch. He gets a lot of points on the power play, which maybe that's why they want him. Trocheck, like all of the Rangers, is having a bit of a down year in terms of production, but I find it very hard to argue against him seeing how he performed in the playoffs last year. He was the best forward on that Rangers team, not just from a points perspective, but just an overall impact. And if you can have someone like that down your lineup, I think you got to take a risk, even with the season he's had. Trocheck is also a great face-off guy. He's right up there with Barkov, Crosby, Giroux. For a fourth-line energy guy, maybe that's what they want, and maybe they see the potential pre-built chemistry as a bonus. Cole Caulfield defenders, again, I understand it. Some of the criticism against him is his shooting percentage is astronomically high, indicating that his scoring may come down to earth, but on the other hand, Habs fans will say his shooting percentage is so high because he's always in the right place. And it hurts me to say that maybe Kreider shouldn't be on the team because I love the player. I think he is one of the better special teams players in the NHL. He's also been on the Rangers forever, so I appreciate that. I do feel like Cole is still kind of the odd player out just because he doesn't have the same two-way game as the others, but just my thoughts. Let me know yours, of course, down below. Maybe I'm being too harsh on Cole. Maybe I'm being too friendly on the others. I'm a Rangers fan. I've got a Rangers bias, and I love Tage Thompson, but I look forward to hearing your thoughts on all this and more down below.